Hey everyone, it's Kino here. Thanks for tuning in and practicing every day on this 1-month beginner yoga challenge. Welcome to day 18, where we look at Janu Sirsasana A, which is the head to knee pose, a deep forward fold with an external rotation of your hip joint. Bring your hands together and we'll initiate the sacred space of the practice with the sound Om. Let the vibration clear your mind and claim the space of the inner body. Remember that yoga is an inner experience to reclaim the equanimous mind so that you can feel a calm, centered state within, a state of peace that doesn't matter what's happening around you. That peace is imperturbable, like calm in the center of chaos. Gently drop your hands to your knees. Closing your eyes for a moment, draw the lower belly inside and feel the inner body. Tune in to that inner space. Emptying out the pelvic bowl, feel the space behind the pubic bone, the space between the sitting bones. Start to initiate that deep resonant breath with sound, sealing the lips, saying sa as you inhale, ha as you exhale. And with each breath, empty out the mind. With each exhale, let go of any stress, any irritation, and just claim the space of imperturbable peace deep within the inner body. And gently move on to your hands and knees, holding it here for a moment. Let's wake the inner body up on the hands and knees plank for a moment. Inhale, extending the spine up, creating maximum space. And exhale, round the back and press up with the shoulders. 2 more times. Inhale, nice and slow, extending the back. And exhale, pull the ribs in and round it up. 1 more. Inhale, lift the chest up and forward, and exhale, round the back, curl your toes under, and let's press back to downward facing dog. Remember to widen the shoulders and suck the belly deeply in, making space behind the pubic bone. Just keep that calm, even center of the breath. 2, 3, nice and steady, deep in through the inner body. 4, and 5. Let's place the knees down and just press back to child's pose for a moment. Working on your hip flexion here as you let the body just sink down into the space behind the hip joints, to the space behind the pubic bone. And pressing back to downward facing dog again. Drawing the belly deeply in. Let's just tune into the inner body. Use this downward dog to just check in with the shoulders, check in with the hips. Check in with the empty space of the pelvis. And switch the gaze forward. Let's come forward to plank and let's hold plank for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale, dip the shoulders down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, dip the shoulders. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, dip the shoulders. Inhale, take it up. Let's do 2 more. Exhale, go down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, down. Inhale, take it up. And exhale, let's come down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, roll forward to upward facing. And exhale again, back to downward facing. Take a moment, feet hips width apart. Just use the breath and use this pose to tune deep into the inner body. 2, maintaining a calm and equanimous mind. 3, 4, and 5. Switch your gaze forward. Turn that left foot out, stepping the right foot forward, coming up onto the fingertips. And inhale, let's come up into Trikonasana, the triangle pose, which you'll remember from earlier in the challenge, working on that external rotation of the right hip joint. 1. You can grab your toe if you want, transfer over to that, or leave yourself on the fingertips, maintaining the full breadth of your shoulder girdle. 2, 3, keep the belly sucked in. Remember, you can stay on the fingertips or even grab a block. 4, place your hands on the ground, spin the left foot forward, step back to plank pose, plank, and then exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come forward to upward facing, and exhale, downward facing. Okay, let's step forward with the left foot, planting the right down. Suck the belly in and inhale, raise your hand up and let's gaze at the right fingertips for 5 steady breaths. 1, and you can choose to stay right on the fingertips or you can slide it over and hold your big toe. 3, 4, and 5. Let's send that right hand down, turn the shoulders forward and come on forward to plank. Inhale and exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come forward to upward facing, and exhale, downward facing. Stay in downward facing just for a moment, maintaining the emptiness in the pelvic bowl. Looking forward, inhale, step your right foot, your left foot forward, and exhale, fold forward into the hips. Inhale, coming back up to standing, draw the belly deeply in. We'll move on to the tree pose. You'll remember this from earlier in the challenge, so it should start to feel familiar. Draw inside the low belly, stabilize your legs, and externally rotate the right hip joint. Gently pull up, resting the instep of the foot on the calf muscle, and then if it's accessible for you, bring the right heel all the way up into the inner thigh, hands in prayers. The belly sucks deeply in. 1. The tree pose will help you maintain a calm and equanimous mind amidst the chaos of life. 2. Find your equal place of balance. 3, 4, and if you feel it's accessible to you, inhale, raise your hands up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and hand to prayer position, and slowly exhale all the way down. Let's try the other side. Draw the belly in, feel the left hip externally rotate, slide it up. Draw in along the inner thigh, dropping back. Feel that left thigh bone rolling back and down, belly inside. Stabilize the standing leg and hands in prayer. 1, 2, 3. Be persistent with your effort. 4, but forgiving and gentle with yourself. And 5. Inhale, if possible, raise the arms up. 1, 2. Feel yourself orienting towards the center line, stabilizing your standing leg. 3, 4, and slowly come back to the center, hands in prayer. Slowly, calmly, all the way back to Samastitihi, coming to standing for a moment. Close the eyes, make contact with the inner body. Inhale as you raise the arms through the center line, gazing up to the thumbs. Exhale, suck the belly in as you fold forward through the hip joints and down. Inhale, lift the chest up, and exhale, let's step back to plank for a moment, collecting yourself in plank for a moment, and inhale, exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come forward to upward facing, and exhale, back to downward facing. Again, feel the legs and the hip joints in downward facing. Be very aware of the inner body. Switching the gaze forward, inhale, step your right foot, your left foot forward, and then settle the hips down. Slide the legs all the way through. Okay, we're almost ready to begin Janu Sirsasana A. We'll start off with Dandasana, the seated staff pose. Flex the feet, and the belly slides deeper inside. 1, drawing the belly deeper in. 2, spread your shoulders. Lift the center of the sternum. 3, 4, and 5. Now we're ready to begin. Hold underneath your right knee, drop it into your body, closing the knee joint completely. Check in and make sure your knee feels safe, and then drop the right foot out to the side, pull the heel into the groin. Then, gazing forward towards your left foot, suck the belly in, and then orient the sternum, the pubic bone, and the left knee towards each other. So you feel that these 3 points spiral in together. Gently facilitate that external rotation of your right hip joint by spiraling the right hip back and down. Suck the belly in like you're lifting the ribs away from the hips. You can use your hand to help it out and scoop the low belly in a little bit. Then aim the sternum down to the left knee. Take the left hand forward. Right hand forward, hold on to your foot. Then inhale, straighten the arms, look up, and then exhale as you gently move down. Feel no pressure to go all the way forward, but really keep that pivot in the hip joint. 2, 3, 4, keeping the belly move deeper and deeper in through the inner body. Calm the mind. Don't pull with the arms, instead really do the work with the emptiness in the pelvic bowl. Eventually you'll fold down, but no stress. And 5, inhale, straighten the arms, and exhale. Come all the way up, holding onto the knee, bring it back to the center, stretch the legs out in front, and we'll prepare for the other side with a seated vinyasa, or a jump back and a jump through. Don't worry, we won't be doing it too super hard. Take it nice and easy. Cross your feet underneath you. Step number 1. Inhale, lift the hips up. Then slowly walk, walk, walk. Move your hands a little forward so we can get all the way back to plank. Hold plank. Exhale slowly down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come forward to upward facing. Use your full deep breath to come on up. Exhale, downward facing. Let's come forward. Step the right foot, the left foot forward. And this time, if you want to try, keeping the hips elevated from the ground, just a hair. Slide the right foot, slide the left foot, and come on back down. So after you slide all the way through, or try to slide all the way through, don't be surprised if you feel frustrated. That movement of the jump back and the jump through, or the glide forward and back, is something that takes a lot of practice. So use the seated poses whenever you're working on them to insert a vinyasa to really build your strength and endurance. Now we'll move on to the left side. Holding underneath the left knee, let's bring it in and just easy drop it over to the side, keeping your knee joint closed. Then bring your heel all the way into the groin, aligning your pubic bone, the sternum, and your right knee. There's a natural tendency for your sternum to follow and orient outwards towards the knee, but draw the belly in and orient back to the front so you have your sternum, your pubic bone, and the right knee. Then, keeping your heel pressed into the groin, bring it all the way up inside, orient forward. Draw the belly in and feel that external rotation of your left hip joint. Janu Sirsasana A, head to knee pose, or chin to shin, however works according to your level of flexibility and your anatomy. Then lift the belly up and away from the ribs. You can use your hand to help you out. Ground the left hip just a little bit, and then start to fold forward by pulling your right sitting bone back, glide the pubic bone back, and we did that pose called Baddha Konasana. So you can also think about Janu Sirsasana A is half of that cobbler's pose. Aligning your sternum forward, take the hands, draw the belly deeply in, hands to your foot, or just leave the hands on the floor as is comfortable for you. Avoid pulling with the arms and instead just really suck the belly in. Do the work of the posture by keeping the belly deep and drawn in, and we'll stay here for 5 breaths. Gaze right forward towards the toes. Take it nice and easy. 1, 2, drop the elbows to widen the shoulders. 3, eventually you'll hold on to the wrist, but for now this is fine. 4, nice and easy. And 5, inhale, straighten the arms and exhale. Inhale, come all the way up to seated, holding on to the left knee, bring it back to the center and all the way back to Dandasana. Ready to try another jump back and jump through? We'll give it a shot. You could scoot a little forward on the mat to make sure you can use your whole mat space, and then lean the shoulders forward, pick the hips up, step, step, and this time try to keep the hands in place as you move all the way back to the plank pose. Hold plank for a moment and then exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, come forward to upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Pause for a moment and feel the shoulders, sucking the belly in. Prepare to glide the feet through. Inhale. Inhale as you look forward, move your shoulders over the hands. Step your right foot, your left foot, point your toes. Keep the hips elevated and slide your right foot and your left foot, holding the butt up for a moment and exhale down. Good, we made it through Janu Sirsasana A, feeling that movement in the hip joints. Bend your knees and inhale, just one little Navasana to keep you on your toes. 1, 2, 3, don't give up. 4, don't give up, keep it steady. Be calm in body and mind, almost there. And 5, bend your knees. Slowly glide the body gently and calmly down. Slowly bring the knees into your chest. And inhale, bringing the legs up. Let's hold it here for 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we'll try a little bit of a lift up. So bring your thighs close to the body and slowly glide it over into the plow pose. Bring your hands to your hips. Roll from the side to side. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. If you can touch your feet to the ground, then extend your arms, point the feet, and we'll hold the plow pose. 5 breaths. 1, keep the belly drawn deeply in. 2, and remember, if your feet don't touch the ground, just keep holding the back of your waist. 4, and 5. Gently bend the knees, bringing the knees towards your head or knees towards the ears. And we'll stay for another 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Straighten out the legs. Bring your hand to the lower back. Hold it there for a moment. Let's lift one leg. See if you feel comfortable with one leg up. Then gently bend the knee. And inhale. We're coming all the way up to shoulder stand. So this is a pretty advanced pose. Don't be surprised if it feels a little challenging. We won't be here that long. Such a healing pose for the body. 3, 4, and release the hands. Bend the thighs into the body and just glide yourself all the way down. Stretching the legs out, close your eyes and just let it all go. Remember that every step of the journey takes you there. Every step of the journey takes you into the inner body. You're here right now. Whatever is simply is. And slowly bring your attention in through the inner body. Begin moving the fingers and toes, bending the knees and the elbows. Pause for a moment. Draw the knees into your chest and give yourself a little squeeze. Roll over onto your side, rest for a moment. Come on back up to a comfortable seated position. So sometimes the journey of yoga feels easy, and sometimes the journey of yoga feels rather difficult. Regardless of what is your experience, remember to keep a calm and equanimous mind. Some days practice will feel light and easy. Some days practice will feel real difficult. Whatever the situation is, never let that disturb your calm and equal center. Carry that seed of peace with you in every moment of your life. Surrender, trust, and have faith in the inner journey. Bring your hands together and inhale. Thank you for letting me be your guide on the inner tradition of yoga. Keep the inspiration to practice. Be sure to tune in tomorrow to continue the Beginner Yoga Challenge. Namaste.